Alright, you asked for photos of my diesel heater that I installed in my ZFORCE Sport 4. I got the CfMoto enclosure, CfMoto front windshield, lift up. I like it, but it does let the water in. We're in Idaho, so we ride a lot in the snow. I got the CfMoto back window. This is where I exhausted the diesel heater from. Bought it off Amazon for like 12 bucks. I put the diesel tank out here. I did not like the one they sent in the kit. It's huge, it's massive, there's really nowhere to mount it. I've got that one here for now to prove the concept without going through a lot of work. Now that we know that it works, I think I'm going to get a Rotopax and mount it to Rotopax on a shelf back here. I really like the way those look, and I think that that's going to be our diesel tank back here. Rotopax. We went for a full day on it. It was roughly 40 degrees, and we went through a quart of diesel all day in it, so it does pretty good. This is where I've got it mounted right now. I'm not sure how much of it you can see. It's pretty rough. It's pretty it's not pretty right now because, like I say, I was just trying to prove the concept to see if it would work. Bumps and hills and stuff like that, and for my kind of riding, I didn't have any issues at all. I had my girlfriend and my daughter in here, and they kept telling me to turn it off because it was too hot. So take it for what it's worth. I've got some 1x2s here that I mounted. I built this plate to mount the heater to, and then the heater just sits up in here. So I bought these on Amazon. They're just roll bar clamps. I got 4 of them on here, and then the 1x2s bolt into those clamps. I got one over here also, so I got the 4 clamps on there, and that's what holds her there. The exhaust, I'm going to do something different with that. I'm thinking, now that I've proved that it works, I'm just going to try and bring it straight out, and maybe up here somewhere. It's out of the way of your head, unless you're my 14-year-old daughter, bouncing around back here trying to get snacks and sodas and stuff, and she hit it with the top of her head. And I do have it wrapped. It did not blister, but it sure left a red mark on top of her head where she touched it. So no singed hair, but I had an upset little girl for a while. I'm thinking she won't do it again until I get it changed. She learned her lesson, but that's a hard lesson to learn for her, so we'll get it fixed. Up here is where I have it vented. This is just, like I say, to prove the concept. It does work. So I've got one vent coming out here, and we had that one turned back there on her most of the day, just blowing. We can, of course, you can adjust it to passenger, driver, straight forward, or however you want it, but it pumps out some heat. Then with the other one, I just tucked it in here over the top of the sound bar, and it's blowing. I don't know if you can see that or not in the camera, but it's just blowing straight down on the windshield, give us a little bit of defrost in here on those wet days when everything wants to fog up. But that's about it. The wires you see there, those are actually for the sound bar. Everything's kind of hokey. I just kind of threw that sound bar in for a trip. My plans are to get that painted, and I want to see if I can't maybe move that heater up closer to the ceiling, and get it as snug as I can to the top, because the top of it doesn't get hot. I mean, it gets warm to the touch, but it doesn't get hot. But move it up, and then I want to put a headliner in here that's level with the bottom of the roll bar. So that's going to give me about 3 inches to run ducting up through here and cover all that up, and it'll give me a place to put some speakers and a Bluetooth adapter and maybe an amp. Put it all up there in the headliner, tuck it all away where it can't be seen, and make it look pretty, you know. I think it'll look really nice. Once I get that up there, I'll also change that ducting. I think I can come up with something to divert it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tee it out about right in here somewhere and run it straight along that roll bar and bring it down the roll cage there down here to the front of the door. And I'll have one spout coming out for the feet back here, and then run the other one right up alongside of the driver's seat and have it come out up here in the front, so it's blowing heat out on the floor up there. And then of course tee it off the other way and bring it over on down along that and bring it back out. One here on the floor and then underneath the seatbelt bracket and up here in the front, so everybody's feet stay warm. And then have a diverter up here on the roof. It might look kind of hanky, I don't know. We'll some sort of a diverter to where I can divert it from the floor, or just a straight windshield with a couple of ducts that come up here that blow down on the windshield, driver and passenger. So you either have floor heat or defrost. And then like I say, once you get that headliner up in there, make it look all pretty, paint it up, maybe put some dome lights in there. And I don't know, my daughter, she's 14, she likes the flashing LEDs, but dad's an old man. I don't know if I'm buying into them yet or not. Anyways, long enough video. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, one thing I did want to mention to you. Cops, I hope they're not here for me. Kidding, just kidding. That is where I mounted my controller. It's right over the top of the sound bar. Like I say, that'll all get moved later. Not how it's going to stay, but that's where I've got it for now. And then I've just got the wires run zip tied to the roof and back to the heater. This has to be powered all the time. So when I'm here at the house, I've got it parked for a couple of days. I'll just unplug the heater, the plug-in. Hold on, I know I'm whipping the camera around, probably making me sick, I'm sorry. So that's the main plug-in for the heater. I'll just unplug it there. And the reason being is when you turn this off, it has to go through a cool down cycle and cool everything off inside of it. If it doesn't, you could run into a lot of issues with it. So you want to make sure that it finishes that cool down cycle and shuts itself off. If you're turning it off and on with the key all the time, I can guarantee you're going to have problems. You're going to suit it up, get all black and nasty, and you won't enjoy it. You have to take it apart and clean it constantly. So just leave it powered up all the time, and when you're not using it, unplug it. But telling you what, the girlfriend the girlfriend and my daughter, they were in here in just their t-shirts, bombing down the trail about 55, 60 miles an hour at times down the dirt roads, and complaining because it was too hot in here. So we did crack the front window a couple of times, cool it off real quick. It was definitely too cold outside just to turn it off and leave it off. It did get cold in here without it on. So anyway, if you have any questions, anything I can help you with, let me know.